everybody, Kathy Ty here with Supreme Realty Group. Welcome back to my video blog. You know, it's designed to give you quick bits of information about real estate topics. And this one that I want to talk about is called the cost of waiting. And you think that would just really affect a buyer, especially in our market. But you know, it also affects a seller as well. It is very well known that the Denver real estate market has been one of the top markets in the country. And we've had month-over-month gains for about 30 months running now. And what you've probably been hearing just very recently in the news media is that our market has started to slow. And that's true. Usually when we go into the fall season, we do see a slowing down of the market, especially compared to the spring and summer months. Here was incredible in Denver. And do you know, actually in April, for the first time ever, the average sales price of a home topped $400,000. That was pretty incredible. I want to show you a sales chart, and I want to kind of just look at the average monthly sales in September going back 3 years. So if we go back to 2013, the average price that a home sold in September was $305,000. In 2014, it went up to $316,000, and then just last month, the average sale of a home in September was $353,000, which is pretty incredible. You can also look at the days on market, and they are going down. So this is the approximate and average time it took to sell your house. So in 2013, the average days on market was 42. In 2014, it went down to 36, and then just last month, the average days on market to sell your house in September of 2015 was 31 days. That's pretty darn quick. So the sales chart is pretty compelling evidence. There's definitely been a cost of waiting for a buyer. And if we were to take just a really simple, if we were to kind of look at what does that cost really look like, and we take that home back in 2013, that was $305,000. We put a 30-year fix on it, 20% down. At that time, the monthly payment for a buyer would have been about $1,500. Well, we take that same house today and we make a couple of adjustments, for just the average year-over-year sales increases, which has been about 10% of the Denver market, and maybe a slight increase in the interest rate. That same exact house would cost a buyer today just under $1,900 a month. That is a pretty significant cost of waiting when you look at what a house cost back 2013 and what it costs a buyer today. For my sellers out there, if you're kind of holding off because you hear there's been this slowing down in the market, well, all I can do is direct you back to the sales chart. We see average prices going up, we see average days on market going down, and believe it or not, we're still below available levels of inventory. The cost of waiting for a seller comes when the interest rates start to change, and when they start to go up, the purchasing power of a buyer really starts to be negatively affected. So that's where it can really affect your listing. So what I would like to tell you is that if you're thinking about buying or selling, you should. It's actually a great time right now to do that. So until my next video blog, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.